All right, ALDS Game 1 continues with the bottom of the 7th inning as the Red Sox try to hold the Indians at 5-3. Should be 5-4. And here we go. Right now. Bottom of the 7th inning. Terry Francona chewing gum or something. I don't know. Chewing some gum. We'll say it's gum. It's probably not, but we'll say it is. John Farrell chewing gum faster because he will not be outdone by anybody, not even his former manager. Yeah, you chew that gum. Pomeranz back out for the 7th. Trying to push their luck here, the Red Sox are, by having Pomeranz come back out for another inning, but we'll see how that goes. I could be wrong. Could go very well, for all I know. Facing Santana, the first pitch is inside and high. Ball 1. So, Carlos Santana, 0 for 2, hit by the pitch. He was the first batter against Porcello when Porcello looked good. Way back in the first inning, if you can ever believe that Porcello looked good, because he didn't look good for long. Joe Kelly, another Red Sox reclamation project up in the bullpen now. Let's see how we do here. All right, a strike. Very good, Pomeranz, very good. Pomeranz was, supposedly the Red Sox big pickup earlier in the season. They got him during a time when the rotation was scuffling, which seems like the entire season except for August. But they got Pomeranz, because, he was going to be the next great pitcher to plug in there. They didn't get Chris Sale or anybody remotely good, but they got Pomeranz to be a good pitcher. And he's been just okay. Santana hits that one to third. Brock Holt throws him out. So 1 out in the 7th inning. Good play by Holt. And Pomeranz, in this game is doing his job. I remember his first start with the Red Sox, he gave up like 5 or 6 runs to San Francisco in a game that the Red Sox had like an 8-0 lead in, and he gave it up like it was like 8-6. It was like, wow, thanks. Thanks for nothing, Pomeranz. Much like I've been saying to the Red Sox these past few years, thanks for nothing. I mean, can you tell that I'm kind of just bitter from 2014 and 2015 in that no matter what they do this year, I'm just kind of pissed. Like, it's just not been a fun time to be a Red Sox fan. To the point where even when this team made the playoffs, they completely coasted the last week of the season and blew any chance they had of getting the home field advantage in this series or in the playoffs altogether. So because of that, they got to do things the hard way, and maybe they'll win it, but who knows? And it's just kind of discouraging that this team has the talent. Heck, they had the talent in 2014 and 2015, but they just crap all over themselves more often than not. It's just like, why am I watching this? Here comes Pomeranz, right on cue, throwing balls. 3-0 now. Let's hope the umpires blow a call and call a strike here. I don't even know. I don't know. It's hard to get excited about that. That was technically not even a strike, but like I said, the umpires blow a call, so I'll take it. 3-1 the count. The umpires blow calls all the time. If it can benefit your team, I guess you just take it. I mean, it'd be nice if they were fair and called the game correctly, but then they wouldn't be umpires. All right, Pomeranz fights back with that pitch, and it's 3-2 with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. A game in which the Red Sox were cost at least 1 run already. And Pomeranz up to 45 pitches here. He has saved the Red Sox bullpen to this point, I'll give him that. A bullpen that, quite frankly, needs saving in more ways than one. That one is hit into left field, a base hit. Benintendi getting it back in, and runner at first with 1 out in the 7th. Let's see if that does it for Pomeranz. John Farrell chewing something while he talks to the pitching coach. So, I can't get too mad about that. It's a single, it sucks, but hopefully Pomeranz or whoever they bring in gets out of the inning without further damage, because I feel like the Red Sox could still win this game despite their bumbling. That's kind of how I felt with the Red Sox all season. Like, they've bumbled their way through a lot of games, but then they somehow win them. But then other times they just kind of crap all over themselves and lose them. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see if they come up a run short in the end, and it'll be the umpire's fault for all time, but wouldn't be the first time that happened. Pop up in foul territory. Hanley Ramirez coming over, but he's not going to have a play. Goes into the crowd. So, showing some highlights from this fantastic game here. Bottom of the 3rd inning when Porcello blew up and gave up 3 home runs to Lindor and pretty much everybody else on the Indians. So yeah, this is Red Sox playoff baseball. Woohoo. Red Sox trying to regain that glory they had in 2013 before going in the crapper for 2 years and briefly getting out of it this year. We'll see how that goes. Francisco Lindor, 347 average at home, led the American League. Pomeranz, 347 sucking, led everything. I don't know. I just didn't have a good comeback for that. And that's all I had, really. 347 sucking. That's not my best work, I'll admit. But, hey, what are you going to do? All right, Francisco Lindor. Or as Joe Castiglione likes to call him, Francisco Lindor. Whatever. I don't know. I'm tired. I've been doing this a while. The Red Sox aren't getting any better, and I'm not getting any more happy about it. Curveball in there for a strike. It's debatable, but whatever. 1-2 the count now with 1 out. To Francisco Lindor. Indians a better home team. I mean, that's another reason, forget it. The Red Sox could have gotten the home field advantage, but that would have been too much work. They would have had to win a game, so that's okay. Would have had to not have Craig Kimbrell choke in the 9th inning against the Yankees, or maybe win one of those games against Toronto, maybe even all of them. I don't know. The Red Sox are so good at winning those 11 in a row, and then they just said, screw it. We're not going to try anymore. Got swept by the Yankees, lost 2 out of 3 to Toronto. So here we are in Cleveland, and I can't even feel bad for them. If they lose this game, if they lose the series, then that's how it's got to go. Maybe then they'll wake up and they'll try harder next year, but I'd like to believe that every year. And in some years they just don't try. And this year they tried a little bit. That was, come on, say win, you pieces of shit. Thank you. Yeah, you're out, sit down. God damn, 2 outs, that was painful. Here comes John Farrell, speaking of painful, to take out Pomeranz, and, not a bad job overall. Here in the bottom of the 7th, probably going to bring in Joe Kelly, so that'll be even more painful. Yep, we'll see how that goes right after this.